Hello friends, Shay here on the channel Shayan5 on YouTube. Welcome to our book club. I'm going to turn my little screen now and turn it around to me. Let me fix my thing back. Sorry about that, getting it too close to me. Welcome. This is our actual first video of the book club. I know I did one last week introducing it. That in a way was the first one, but this is the first one where we actually start doing the book club. Okay. First off, I want to say welcome to our 2 members that we have. I'm doing a video, and those 2 members that we have are, let me move this paper and get my other paper, one is Veronica. Her YouTube channel is Pattinson's Fan. Pattinson's Fan. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me spell it. It is Pattinsonsfan. And that is all together as one word. And then the other one is Rashida. If I'm saying that right, I hope I am. If I'm not, I'm sorry. And her YouTube channel is Rashi Naturally in Love Nelson. Is the name of her channel. I will spell that. RASHEENATURALLYNLOVE. All of that is together as one word, and then it skips over and says Nelson. Nelson. And by the way, that's my baby's last name, Nelson. So welcome to our 2 members, and I hope that as we move along in the book club that we will eventually gain some more members, because I really feel like it is going to be really fun. Now, let me explain the book club again. This book club, some of you have been asking. I know that Veronica asked what was the book theme, when did she need to get the book. I hope that y'all are going to like, I'm sorry y'all, my nose is itching. I hope that y'all are going to like this book club. It's not a normal book club. A normal book club, like in person, if you meet at a library or wherever and have this book club, everybody has read the same book. And so when they meet and get together, they talk about that book, what they liked about it and what they didn't like about it, and stuff like that. So online book clubs, whether it be YouTube or what, I'm sure it's the same way. You all pick a book, you all read the same book, and then online y'all talk about it. This is not a normal book club. It is very different. What we're going to be doing, you probably wouldn't even really call it a book club, but that's what I wanted to name it. I couldn't think of any other type name for it. So, I hope y'all are not expecting a normal book club and really want a normal book club, in that once you find out what we're doing, you won't like it and you will unjoin it. I really hope that y'all will like it. So let me explain a little bit more. I've got 4 different categories that I made up and named. The first category I'm calling the book club meeting, because to me the types of things that I have listed in that category for us to do is kind of things that you would do, at least to start off with anyway, in a normal book club. Y'all may not look at it that way, but it's how I look at it and see it. Okay, the second category, and I have these, that's going to be the first category. The second category I've named book questions. that category will be where I ask y'all questions. One question a video, so that's one question a week, every Friday. I'll ask y'all one question. And all of the questions I ask will be something about a book or to do with a book or all around books, all about books, okay? Alright, my light went dim, so let me do something here to make it brighten back up. Alright, the third category I have named Active Book Activity. And under that one, I have listed a bunch of active things that we will actually be doing with our books. That's not really reading them. Because reading a book is not an active thing, because you're just sitting still with your book holding it, reading it, right? So it's going to be active things. Okay, the fourth and last category, unless I later on come up with another category to fit something in, I have named sitting book activities. So under that one is listed things that you will do with your book that is not so active. You can sit and do them. Some of them you may have to stand up at your bookshelf to do. That really depends on you, how you want to do it, you know. So, that's the 4 different categories, and that's how I have them named. So, what I'm going to do, like this week, today, right now on this video, the category we're going to do is category number 1, and that is book club meeting category. Next week, we will do the first one in the list of the book questions. Then I'll ask y'all a question that you will answer. The next week, we'll do the first one in the category of active book activity. And then the next week, we'll do the first one in the category of sitting book activity. And then the next week, we will go back to the first category again, which is book club meeting, and I will do the second one in that list. And so on and on. Second of all the categories, then third of all the categories, so on like that. Okay, so because I wanted to try to explain it a little bit more so y'all would kind of understand a little bit more about what we were doing. So, let me move my papers here again. So, the first category is book club meeting. And the first thing on the list of that is called book review. Now, let me explain something here too on the book review. I'm also trying to get my paper here so I can check off what I've done. So the book review, what that means is I want y'all to do a book review for me. That's this week's project or task or activity, whatever you want to call it, for the book club, is I want y'all to give me a book review. Now see, we have not all chose a book. We have not all read the same book. That was not my intention. I'm not going to ask y'all to do that. So, y'all get to choose what book that y'all have that you want to give me the book review on. It could be the book you're reading now, if you're almost through with it, or if you just want to do a short review of where you're up to on it, or if you want to do the last book you read and finished just before you started the one you're on now, do the book review on it, or if you just want to pick your favorite book or any other kind of book that you own out of your bookshelves to do the book review on, you can. Now, so that's what I want you to do. That is your task. But I will ask you something else, but I got to explain something else to y'all too. First off, let me show you the book that I am currently reading right now. If I can figure out where to put it for y'all to see it. I am reading a book by Nora Roberts. The name of it See, I can't even hold stuff straight. Oh, dear Lord, this is so aggravating for me. Okay, let me see if I can get it over here. Come on. Okay, the name of the book... No, we gotta go this way. The name of the book... I'm trying to get it straight. Is Gabriella and Alexander. It's a Cardenia's Royal... I can't see that word. And my thing went dim again. Give me a minute, I gotta look at it. Cardenia's Royal Family, Gabriella and Alexander. That's the book I'm reading right now. It is a very thick book. My bookmark is right there. Y'all can see it. Turn it right. And so that's the front of it. Okay, so I have read that much, and I've got this much left to read. So I still got quite a bit more of it to do. So I'm not going to do that one. The book that I read before I started that one and finished is the one I'm going to do my so-called book review on. And I'll explain that remark in a minute. This is the one that I read before. Hang on, I gotta brighten that again. I don't know why that goes dim, and when it does, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. But it aggravates me when it goes dim and dark. The author of this one is Fern Michaels. I guess that's Michaels. It may even be Mitchell's. I'm not even sure. I always get those two names mixed up. The name of it is Fast Track. And look at that beautiful... Okay. I have got to get me a tripod. I have got to figure this out. Look at that beautiful house or mansion. I think it's considered a mansion. But look at the patio. Look at the big tall pillars. And the chairs. Wicker chairs sitting out on it. I love it. Okay, so that's the book that I last read and finished before I started the one that I'm on now. So this is the book that I'm going to do my book review on. Now, to explain, and yeah, this video is going to be much longer than what I thought it would be. Some of these will be real long, some of these will be real short, and some of these will be medium size, I guess, in the book club each Friday. Okay, a book review. Let me explain something. I'm not a very smart person. I'm very simple-minded. I didn't finish school. Some people would probably be ashamed to admit that, but I'm not. I didn't get very high in school either. So in school, I never had to do anything like a book review or a book report. Okay, I have done a little research, and from what I have found out, there's a book review and there's a book report, and both of them are quite different. They're not the same. Okay. I'm going to show y'all something here on my laptop that I found and pulled up. To me, a book review, the right way that you're really supposed to do a book review, is very hard, very much over my head. I don't even understand how to answer the questions that you're supposed to answer in a book review. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to turn my camera around. I'll have to turn my screen around so I can see what y'all are seeing to make sure you're seeing it good. Do y'all see when I turn... I just did that. I just turned my screen around. Do y'all see when I turn it around? Does it kind of flip around to y'all or not? Anyway, so let me see here how I can do this. Try to pull in close here. Okay. Yes, I figured that it would be normal to do these first few up here. Now let me see if I can get it to focus. Y'all give me a minute here. Run my hand over it. I don't know. Do I have it too close? Do I need to back out? I want y'all to be able to see it. Number 1. It's not focusing. Sorry, y'all. Please be patient with me. I will get it, hopefully. Oh, Lord. That number 1 says title. There we go. Title. What does it suggest? And, excuse me, number 2, preface, and the table of contents. So I assume those would be natural things that you would do in a book review. Probably a book report too. But, and it just went black on me. Thank you, computer. Now I've got to refocus again. So this right here says to read the text. So here, number 1 says, come on, focus. I want them to see this because I want to explain. I want them to know, and I don't want this to be a very long video. Ugh. What is the general field or genre? Now, I know what a genre is, and I think that's so silly to say it that way. Everybody says that's the right way to say it, but I call it genre. Unless they are claiming that field is the exact same thing as a genre, because I know what the genre is. It's the type of book it is, whether it's romance or mystery or suspense, horror, thriller, that sort of thing. And I don't even know all the different kinds of genres that are out there. Y'all probably do. But anyway, it says, how does the book fit into it? Now that question right there, I have no earthly idea how to answer. That's over my head. That's too deep. Okay? And then it says, use outside sources to familiarize yourself with the field, if necessary. I wouldn't even know how to do that. Y'all all may know. Number 2, from what point of view is the work written in the book? Again, too deep, too much over my head. I would not have the slightest idea how to answer that question. Okay, come on, let's refocus here. We're not going to go over all of these. Number 3, what is the author's, come on, focus, style? Is it formal or informal? Does it suit the intended audience? If a work of fiction, what literary devices does the author use? I would not have the slightest idea how to answer those questions. I'm not going to go anymore. I'm just trying to give y'all an example of what I mean that I don't understand to know how to do a book review. It's too deep, it's too hard, it's too much over my head. I don't understand it, and I don't have the slightest idea how to answer those questions. But I would really love to learn, because in this first category of the book club meeting, and y'all don't mind my handwriting, I have a child's handwriting, I can't write good. Let me back my thing up again, hang on. Under that list, that category, I only have 7 things listed, okay? No, 8, I'm sorry. I have 8 things listed. So on that one, because I have a whole lot more questions, and then they're on the back side. That's the question list. And they're on the back side. Plus I have more of all the other 2 categories. So on this first category, once we do the 8, that's the first 8 weeks. Well, no it won't, because we're going across to each category. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Anyway, after we've done number 8, unless I have thought of something else to add to that list, I was going to have us go back up to 1, and we was going to do another book review on a different book. So, I would really love to know how the right way to do a book review. So, I want y'all to teach me how. Because to me, because that's so hard and I don't understand how to answer those questions, that would not be fun for me. What's fun for me in a book club, and like I said, that's what a normal book club does, but for me, what I would enjoy and what I think a book club should be like is that everybody don't read the same book. And at the meeting, everybody talks about the book they read, not in the way like the normal book club does, but as in telling everybody else the story that they read in that book, and then telling them what parts they liked and what parts they didn't like. And then another person gets to tell the story about their book, and so on and so on and so on. That's what I love about it and enjoy. Now, like I said, I hope y'all are going to like this book club. Y'all may not like that part of it. I know I've seen a couple of videos where people have said, that's ruining the book for me, or spoiling it for me. I don't want you to tell me the story, you know, because I want to know it myself. But you know what? Me, myself, and I'm jumping the gun probably to another question or another thing that I'm supposed to answer in one of the other categories. But, well, anyway. I love for someone to tell me the story about a book. That don't spoil it for me. I can still read it, because you know what? That helps me to look forward. I get excited. I think, ooh, that sounds fun. I can't wait to read that. And I anticipate getting to that part where somebody told me about something that I really liked. You know, I'm reading the book and I'm constantly thinking about what they told me about while I'm reading it. And I wonder when it's going to get to that part. I can't wait, you know. That just makes it even more fun for me. So, when people tell me about a book and tell me the story about it, it don't spoil it for me. I love it. It helps me to enjoy it even more. But I know a lot of y'all out there, like I said, I've seen videos where they said, I don't want you to spoil it for me. You know, don't tell me anything about the story. So I don't know. This type of book club may not work for y'all. But I would like for y'all to teach me how to do a book review and a book report, since they're different. If y'all know the difference, make a video doing a book report on any book of y'all's that y'all choose, and a book review. Just, you know, and it don't have to be a full-fledged one. You don't have to write it out, just talk it out. You know, reviewing the book and then reporting the book, or whatever you want to call it. Show me, explain these questions like I have found here and read to y'all. Explain to me how you would answer those questions. You know, don't just do the book review and a book report. Actually, like, do a tutorial kind of thing. Do a, you know, teach me. Explain it to me. Explain the questions to me, how you would answer them. Because I really and truly want to learn how to answer these questions and how to do a book review and a book report the right way. So that's what I want y'all to do. Make a video doing that for me and explaining the book review and book report and the differences and all that to me. Now, another thing I want to insert here and tell you, if y'all want to do this, feel free to do it. I am not making you do it. You don't have to do every one of these activities in this book club. You can skip some and do some, whatever, okay? I would really love it if you did. It would make it more fun and enjoyable for me. But you can choose whether you want to do this or not. Another thing, choose whether, my light went dim again, hang on. Choose whether you want to do it by leaving a comment under this video. You can do that. You can comment your book review and book report. Of course, that may be too long of a comment, or you may have to do several comments, but if that's how you want to do it instead of making a video, that's fine. That's your choice. Or you can, if you want to, do the video. I would really love to see a video. And another thing, if you do videos, please make sure you PM the video to me so I can get it, make sure I get it and watch them. Okay, so now let me get to my book, okay, that I'm going to do. I'm going to do, since I don't know how to do a book review, excuse me, I'm just going to tell y'all about this book, okay? First off, it's a #1 New York Times best-selling author. The author is Fern Michaels, or Mitchells, whatever it is. Y'all can let me know. And also let me know if y'all have read this book before or not. And if you have read it, did you like it or not? And maybe what you liked about it and what you didn't like about it. The name of it is Fast Track. It is It's a series. Okay? It's called This Time, or this part right here says, This Time It's a Race. The Sisterhood Can't Afford to Lose. Okay? Now I'm actually going to read the back of it to you. It says, when you need the best, you need the sisterhood. It's been years since the sisterhood... No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus on my camera and look at that too off camera. It's been years since the members of the sisterhood first banded together with the help of their mentor, Charles Martin, to exact their own form of justice on those whose crimes had gone unpunished by the legal system. Now, back in the United States after an enforced exile and ensconced in a new home on Big Pine Mountain in North Carolina, Myra, Catherine, Annie, Alexis, Isabel, Yoko, and Nikki are breathing easy at last. But not for long. One dark night, under cover of a vicious storm, a helicopter lands on their mountain. The sisters aren't about to wait to be ambushed. Braving the storm, they set out to greet their guests, only to be told by Charles that the mysterious visitors are the sisterhood's new employers, and they've got a dangerous new assignment in mind. The task they face is daunting. If they succeed, the sisterhood will be rewarded beyond their wildest dreams. If they fail, they'll forfeit much more than a paycheck. But if the ladies of Pinewood have learned one thing over the course of their adventures, it's that when friends band together, miracles can happen. So, since I've read that to you, now I'm going to explain to you what it's about and what I like about it. It's a group of ladies, okay? And this is not the first book in the series. I've read plenty of them. It's all their adventures, what they do. They kind of like got a group or a club thing band together. The guy, Charles Martin, that's over them, he used to be... See, I don't know the words for it, the professional words for it. He used to be like in the law, and then something happened and he had to get out of it and he had to go in hiding, and then he was able to come back. So he's very smart, and he's got this big room with all these big fancy computers set up that he knows how to do research on, and he can find out anything that they need to find out. And that's his part in it. And he finds them the things they have to do. What it is, they get revenge on people that has got away in the law and have not paid their justice for something bad they've done. The law, in other words, don't make them pay. And so these group of ladies get revenge, and they make them pay. And boy, the way they get revenge. And I love it because they get revenge. I love it how they get revenge. Oh, it is so fun. I love it, love it, love it. And so that's what this book was about. They had to go back to the United States. A bank owner was stealing money out of the bank and using it for something else and getting himself really rich, and I'm not gonna know how to explain it all to you really the right way, but they got him through his girlfriend that he has, and they do things like each of the ladies has their own job. Like one of them, she is in makeup, and she can really like change their looks, all the ladies' looks with makeup and costume and all this kind of stuff to change them up. Because everybody knows what the ladies look like. But when they go out to do one of these things, they have to dress up and make themselves look different so that nobody knows it's them. And so they made friends with his girlfriend, all made up, and she didn't know who they were. And so they found out about the bank guy, and they got all of his papers, and they tormented him, to get him to give bank account numbers. Once they got him there, they had his girlfriend to lure him to her house, and they were all there, and then they tormented him, and he gave them the bank accounts, and then they got on the bank accounts, and they started distributing all that money that he stole from the bank to charities to help them, and the money back to the bank, and money for, you know, this person and that person and all this kind of stuff. And that's what it's about, and that's one of the ways that's what this particular book was about, and how they got revenge. And they did get their thing accomplished, what they set out to do. So they got paid and they got rewarded and all that kind of stuff. Hey, the sisterhood always wins. It may seem like that, you know, they're not gonna make it, but they always do in the end. My computer went blank again. So that's what the book was about, and I love it. And that's what I like to do, is tell. Of course, that there is a short version. That's because I've done read it, and it's been a while, and I have started another book. And so this book I'm on is kind of more in my mind than this one is now, you know. And so, but I really like, basically, as I'm reading the book, I like to tell someone about the story, you know, more details about what they do kind of as I go along reading. That's what I enjoy doing. Okay, so that is my book review for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Now let me tell y'all about next week. Remember what y'all's tasks are. Teach me how to do a book review and a book report by video or by commenting, whichever way you want to choose it. And any book out of your bookshelf will do. And I can't wait to hear the different stories if y'all decide to do this too. If you know, and I'm sure along the way you got to tell some part of the story, because I'm seeing here they're talking about authors and character and plot and setting and theme and, you know, all of this in that book review thing there that I searched up. So anyway, do that for me. Okay, next week we're going to category number 2, which is book questions, and I'll be asking y'all the first question in that list. And y'all can answer me either by commenting under the video or by doing a video, and answering it that way, telling a little story about the answer, letting your answer be the little story about that certain thing, whatever it will be. Okay, so that's the deal. And I'm sorry this video was so long. And I also want to ask y'all, I want y'all to think up and come up with any other ideas of things. You know, if y'all can come up with another category other than the 4 I have to add to this. If y'all can come up with anything to add to any of the categories to make the lists longer. I want to know, I want to hear your ideas, please. So leave those in the comments below, or if you do a video, tell me about them in the videos. Alright, that's it for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm sorry about it being so long. And like I said, once y'all see the kind of book club it's going to be, I hope y'all will still enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, I'm done, I'm gone. Toodaloo.